We're live from STS Studios in Jonesboro, Arkansas, and we have relaxing in his recliner, the one and only Mark Southern. How the hell are you, man?
I'm good, Coach. How are you, buddy?
Man, I am feeling good today. I'm off of work, and we thought we'd go live, and I had you set up to, it's all episodes Memphis in May, and you guys are always part of Memphis in May. Just want everyone to know that you're still the most downloaded or most listened episode of 2021 so far. And the number 2 or number 3 of all time when we had 3 of the Missouri Bad Boys came on. So before the end of the year, we'll have to bring y'all on again and break some more records. So that's awesome. What we're going to do is this is 20 minutes. I do conversations, and you've been on the show a bunch. I'll put that in the links. If you're listening to the audio version, you can just go listen to Mark. He talks a lot. He's like me. So we like to talk, and I'll put, the Missouri Bad Boys went in there too. But I want to bring you on. So we're doing Memphis in May. So, I'm sorry. I do that wrong. I got to do Memphis. Then I got to pause for a minute. Here we go. In May. That's where I won't get sued by the city of Memphis. There you go.
Are you serious?
Dude, you just don't know. The podcast world, there's always somebody out there to get you. Worse than the rest of business. Let's talk about Memphis TV. We got Memphis Wrestling on television again, and you've messaged me a couple of times, and you've watched some of the episodes. What do you think when it comes to hits, when you see the show, who do you think is shining?
Oh, there's no doubt about it in my mind. That's the young goats. Zay Washington and Aaron Robertson, man. They are, hey, you can check them out this Saturday, too, in Dexter, Missouri. They'll be at American Hostile Championship Wrestling, man.
That's right. And it's those two guys, Zay I had seen before, and he's been working for you a long time, just gets better and better. Both of them really good. And I know his partner there, Roberts, probably thinks, what the fuck? What about me? He's always talking about Zay. What about it? I think both of the guys, one of those things where they put all the moves together and put some psychology in it. They'll just get better and better and better. I say the sky's the limit for those guys if they get seen by the right people. In
That's
television,
right.
I'll help them big time with that. What about when you watch the show? What would you change? What do you say is the misses of the show?
Man, I don't know. It's all new, so you got some promos that need to happen really out there by the desk and stuff. I want to see some old studio action. Really, I know they're take four episodes a show or whatever it is, but
they just take what we see this coming Saturday is the brand new studio that everybody's talking about. All the boys that were there messaged me. They didn't tell me no results, but they said stuff like it's loud, you're gonna have a good time with it, you'll love it. It's got a desk. Dustin's standing out in the desk and doing promos. I've seen the young goats from this past Sunday, which will be 3 more weeks. So it really don't matter when they air them, but it does to me by what I'm looking at. So we kept saying 12 weeks, give them 12 weeks. I had people message me, BT, you're being easy on them. BT, that was horrible. That sucked, BT. Come on, that sucked. But they didn't understand. I'm not there to tear them apart. I'm not the old BT that did the Wrestling Right Online that didn't get. I really didn't give a fuck.
Right before you tear them down, you got to build them up before you tear them down.
But I said 12 weeks because I didn't expect them to come on and be the flashiest thing, the smoothest thing.
Right. Yeah.
And so it's weird. And I was talking to somebody today that I kept saying 12 weeks, and all of a sudden on week 13, and believe me, guys, I had no idea it was going to be this way. Week 13, they're going to have a whole new studio, kind of a whole new look. And I'm excited about that. But you're right. They miss some of the simple stuff. And you're going to do that. Some of the camera angles, the last, I think 3 tapings or 4 tapings, they miss things like, just the last show we had Nikki knock out Derek. We didn't get to see it. It happened.
You are correct. Yeah, I forgot about that.
So you notice things like that, but I'm excited. I get excited. I still do. When I don't, I probably won't be doing the show anymore. So that's just the way I am. I got to be excited. It's like I need to start watching cartoons now
Hey,
on
props to
Saturday morning.
Dustin. He has worked his ass off, man.
That's what people don't understand. He gets criticism. They'll message me and say, "Well, why are you so high on Dustin?"
Shit,
Well,
that's a 3-year project right there.
hell yeah, he's been working on this for a long time, and
Yeah.
he was the guy that went to the WWE, and they'd say, "Well, he was the ref." Well, fuck, you go to the WWE. Where are you at? You're, kind of thing. How does it change you though, as a local promoter? And I'm just going to say this. I'm not blowing smoke up your ass, but a successful local promoter. You have booked in Missouri, and me and you talk almost after every show. Now, if I was Wrestling Right, I'd be putting your numbers up. I would. And I'd be telling everybody what you're doing. But, it's simple as counting the number of people plus the ticket price. Before I came Wrestling Right, they didn't even know how to get the gate for a damn show. But how does it change? You've been successful. You told me one day, you said I had maybe one show that I probably wish I wouldn't have done. We didn't have no crowd. And then you even had a show, which we got the picture of. I think it's from that show where the lights went out, and you still had a good show.
Yeah. We actually had 300 people at that show until the lights went out. But I mean, they stayed, and we did the first 3 matches in the dark, man. And we had to open the doors, and then the mosquitoes got up in there, but and ran some people off. But man, it went good. 3 matches in the dark, and people were into it, loud and proud, and man, it was awesome. To be honest with you, I mean, I hate the mosquitoes because once they open the doors, the mosquitoes come in. But once the lights came back on, we shut the doors. But by then, the mosquitoes were in there running people off.
You got to know what a skeeter is in the South, man. It's going to happen to you in the middle of summer. How's it changed the way you promote? I see you reached out to Dustin. You got a little commercial there so we can tell everybody. We'll be telling everybody Saturday about it. How has it changed the way you promote your wrestling? Are you able to get some of those? Because how does that benefit you as a promoter, having local television?
Like I told Dustin when I originally talked to him about advertising, a lot of those guys have already worked for AHCW. You got Derek King, who's been with me from day one. You got Jackie Park Jr., who is our heavyweight champ. The Skimmerhorns were there back when we first started. And you've got Zay and Aaron who come back and forth. Of course, they're getting booked a lot of places now. And so, it's kind of like the same people, different approach. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And then you got the opportunity of people that's going to see them on the poster
that
may be watching television or watching it on YouTube that say, oh, hell. I seen them. I want to see them live now. You got an extra element there that you didn't have. Now you had your posters, and I know you do old timey promoting, which works like crazy when it comes to local shows, especially in Missouri. Missouri is one of the hardest places to promote. I will tell you that because I did it myself. Oh yeah, you was fired in Missouri, wasn't you? I think you was.
You fired me in the tent, motherfucker.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I almost went to jail that night. So. No, I did not falsify doctors. I never admitted to doing it. So there you go.
Broke the referee's collarbone too, didn't we? Called the ambulance out and everything.
Man, that's crazy. It's on one of the episodes, guys. We have Missouri history. So, but Missouri's hard. Tell people how hard it is because they treat it like a shoot, don't they?
Yeah, it's really you can pay $150 for every event you have. Plus, all your wrestlers have to be licensed. They got to do a physical, blood work, and you have to have a bond and a promoter's license to run the state of Missouri.
Yeah, the bond used to be, I don't know what it was, but I had to have that bond. I had to have proof of it. And do they still do this? The promoter's sitting right there. I mean, the commissioner's sitting right there, takes his money and leaves.
Yeah, the commissioner is right there. You pay your taxes off that gate. He's going to sit there and make sure he gets his money, plus the fee that you've already paid to have an event.
Right, right. I had the commissioner sitting in Malden one night, and they said no blood, no blood, no blood. Ran an angle where the girl she was gonna bleed, but she wasn't supposed to bleed that much. So I was gonna try to keep the commissioner talking to him, bullshit with him. Well, what do you think? Blah blah blah. I'm sitting there bullshitting. I kind of look over, in the ring, and there's a puddle of blood like this. I mean, huge puddle of freaking blood. And I had to just keep my whole big ass body in front of the commissioner until it was over with. And it's hard because, some people can't afford, at least with you guys making some money, it will be able to help the guys if you have to, and getting physicals and stuff like that. That's a big fee. I did that a couple of times too, where if you want to use somebody, you sometimes just have to go out and take care of the business.
Yeah, I will say this, that props to the state of Missouri for they giving us 1 year on our blood work now instead of every 6 months. So that does help out a little bit.
What is there anything with COVID now with the workers? Because I'm hearing that may be coming up on some of the states.
I have not seen that. The only thing, there is a few small changes, but nothing drastically, man.
Because I think there was a show in New Orleans, and they were talking about that they had to have COVID test.
Well, that's down there in a Democratic area, so
Well, the thing about it is, and this as much as I know it, and I'm not going to talk about Missouri Commission, but let's talk about all the other commissions. They're all bullshit.
That's
and the
right.
reason why I say that, there may be some in there that's good, but mainly they're bullshit because, they just collect money. They don't put an ambulance there.
Yeah.
They don't put a doctor there. They don't do anything like that. You could bleed to death at a show, but you got to pay. You're going to pay your fee before you bleed to death and leave. So, all right, let's go ahead and play your commercial and show everybody what's going on. And when we come back, I got some more wrestling questions to ask you.
Wrestling. Woo!
Dexter, Missouri, get ready. American Hostile Championship Wrestling is coming to your town May 22nd at the Lair Event Center at 13583 Old Highway 25. Be there to see Big Jack Parker, Trending Trent Daniels, the Crowleys, Young Goats, the Skimmerhorns, Mark Southern, Derek King, and many, many more. Adult tickets are only $15. Kids 6 to 12 get in for $7, and 5 and under are free. American Hostile Championship Wrestling, May 22nd, the Lair Event Center, 13583 Old Highway 25, Dexter, Missouri. Be there.
Hey, is this the first time you've used the Crowleys, or have you used them before they were the Crowleys or anything?
No, this is the first time that they've been on American Hostile Championship Wrestling card.
They are a man. They are a sight. One of those things is they're solid workers. They've always been solid workers. But here's something that all of a sudden they got a gimmick, and it's a good gimmick, and everyone wants to see them. So I'll be interested to see what kind of reaction they get there. Heel baby, people like them, whatever. I see a lot of them going to be a baby face, even though they pushing them as heels. I really think there's going to be a lot.
Guess who's going to be managing them in Dexter?
No way. You're not gonna have Hollywood Jimmy, are you? No. It's gonna be Cookie St. James.
That's right, baby. The one and only Cookie St. James.
I'm gonna love that. That'll be awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, they belong together.
Tell me something here. Now, you promote wrestling, and you still watch some of the product that's on now. But we've a lot of the product now has went away from, or they want to say they went away from it, but then they turn. You know what I'm saying? But do you think there's ever successful, especially local independent like you do? Can you do a show with just moves? Do you have to have a heel and baby?
In my opinion, you need to have a heel and baby. I don't think you can have a show with just moves. You got to have a storyline somewhere, by God. And that was the whole part of wrestling, right? You got to have a reason to wrestle somebody. So you need to be, you got to have that. So have you ever watched SWE Fury?
I've just a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit.
To me, I compare myself to them. They've got it going on down in Texas. I think I've got it going on in Missouri because we're doing old school stuff. We're telling stories. We're doing the right thing. We're getting people in the house. That's what matters. And to me, without that, you're not going to get people in the house. Have you noticed how much WWE has went down as far as stock market wise? Decrease. You know, their height of their stories were in 1998, the Attitude Era, and they're missing the boat. You know, you got to bring that shit back.
It's, you know, I think we even talked about this on another podcast. I was talking about, I'm a fan of Dynamite, don't get me wrong. But I also said that here's some things I need in professional wrestling for me to really enjoy it, is I need heels and babies.
That's
because
right.
I want to see a badass. I want, even all the stuff that I know that I've learned down the line, that I've been a promoter, I've been a manager, I've been this, whatever, what the hell we do here podcasting. I still want to have a heel and a baby in the storyline. I also want psychology. Have you found that y'all doing just that simple, the heel gets all this heat and the baby face making his comeback? Have you noticed that you get a better reaction by that than the guys going out just doing moves?
That's correct. That's correct. We're not a Ring of Honor by no means. And you watch them, and that's what they strictly are, move after move after move.
And with you guys, I know we talked to Forrest about this, and we talked to you probably about this. With the PC world, you got to be PC these days, okay? Is the heel Mark Southern, does he have to come out and do different stuff now?
Absolutely, especially when you own a business locally.
Wait, I forgot about that. Yeah, we own a local
can't be
business.
just as harsh.
And I know, it's pretty sad when Forrest used to embarrass me. So that's the thing. I can't get embarrassed very easy, but man, some of the things I would tell them people, the fat, the whatever, and it's just one of those things where, I didn't do a lot of that. Even as a manager, I spent most of my time looking at my opponent. But you guys got some of just the biggest legit heat. And I start thinking about one of your shows, and I say, man, Mark and them would go old school and start doing that. They'd close them down tomorrow. So there you go.
You're probably right, Bubba. If we give another toilet away, they would close us down.
Yes, that was an awesome story. And it was a shoot because I had no idea what the hell you was going to do.
You were scared to open that box, wasn't you?
I was. I didn't know what the hell was in it. I thought maybe it was a snake or something. All right, tell me, who are you? Are you and Rude together, or who are you working this weekend? Can you tell me that?
I'm off this weekend. I'm just going to play the promoter role. Main event will be Jack Parker Jr. versus my tag team partner, Naughty by Nature Rude, for the heavyweight title. And then we got the Crowleys against the Young Goats. And then we got Dexter's own Jason Vaughn, who will be going against champion Chris Hayes for the Mid-America title. So that should be a great match as well. So we got a loaded card, man. There's going to be like 6 matches. Bell time's 8 o'clock.
That's what it always, the local guy always helps. I told you I had a guy one time in Selmer, Tennessee, sell almost 100 tickets, and I think he knew 3 moves. So, but you know what? I put him in the main event. So, I mean, his town was crazy. They loved him. So, all right, man, let's go on out of here. I'm going to let you go ahead and do I call it the catchphrase, but you've been saying it for so many years. Tell everyone about quiver my liver, man. Come on.
All right, I'll quiver your liver, shatter your bladder, make the earthquake, the walls shake, and every woman's heart break. Because we're you big, tall, little, small, the bad boys whip them all.
All right, guys, same bad time, same bad channel on the best little wrestling podcast in the business. Be there, and as Mark knows,
we love our mamas.
We love our mamas.